Hello and happy Thriving Thursday. Today let's talk about number 15 on the PA, maintenance of property. Today we continue our masterclass on the purchase agreement. Let's read number 15. Maintenance of property. Seller is responsible for keeping property in substantially the same condition as of date of agreement. Seller is responsible to maintain grounds and keep all systems in working order until property is vacated and keys are surrendered by seller, except for conditions disclosed in seller's disclosure statement or conditions discovered by buyer as part of inspections. In the event property has been winterized, it shall be the obligation and expense of seller to de-winterize property prior to closing. Seller agrees to leave property broom clean and free of debris and personal property. So the big one to note here is the seller is responsible for keeping all systems in working order until the key exchange. So if after closing the seller has occupancy and the furnace breaks during this occupancy period, the seller, the former owner, is responsible for repairing the furnace or even replacing it. This is one of the big issues that can arise with occupancy, so you should inform your sellers of their responsibilities with accepting post-closing occupancy. So this is also where the seller has agreed to leave the property free of all debris and personal property. So that includes those old paint cans in the garage and the pool table that the house was literally built around. If anything is to be left behind, it should be included on the purchase agreement or in a separate addendum so the buyer can agree to assume those items. Of course, there are plenty of times when you show up to the final walkthrough and surprise, there are items still left in the house or garage. So it's your client's decision on how they want to handle that. So again, we're always informing, they're deciding. So postpone closing until they're removed, or maybe request money from the seller to handle the disposal of those items. Sometimes items left in the house the buyer is happy to receive and it's really no issue. So the seller should be aware once the home is sold that the items are no longer theirs. Granted, they're exchanging keys at closing and not getting post-closing occupancy. So again, one sentence on the purchase agreement can have big consequences. So we as agents become knowledgeable so we can educate our clients to make the best decisions for themselves. So as always, continue to practice kindness out there. Have a great Thriving Thursday.